Hello Year 11. In the Geography department, we've put together some helpful hints, tips and strategies to help you in your upcoming exams. A good place to start will be, what is it that you need to revise? Well, in these upcoming exams, the only topics are Unit 1 topics. This means that you'll be examined on Theme 1, Landscapes and Physical Processes, which is Distinctive Landscapes, Rivers and Coasts. Theme 2, Rural-Urban Links. Theme 3, Tectonic Landscapes and Hazards. Or if you're wondering which booklet it is that you need to revise from, it's the Distinctive Landscapes booklet, the Rural Urban Links and your Population booklets, which cover Theme 2, and lastly, your Tectonics booklet. Your exam is going to be an hour and a half long, just like your Unit 1 exam will be in the summer, and it will consist of a range of different questions varying between 1 and 8 marks. You might have some questions which require you to respond to some data given, whether they be maps, graphs, tables, photographs, etc. You could be given questions which ask you to suggest reasons for something, maybe explaining things for 4 marks, or potentially slightly longer questions explaining the formation of something, which might also require you to give an annotated diagram. Some might again ask you to explain something and give multiple points in which you need to elaborate upon. They might ask you for your opinion in a what extent do you agree question as well. They could also give you information which you need to try and interpret for yourselves to try and help answer the questions. You will notice, therefore, just how important command words are, and so it may be useful to take time to familiarise yourself with what questions using different command words require from you. For example, a question asking you to describe is basically asking you to identify distinctive features and give descriptive, factual detail. These are normally lower mark questions. Our higher mark questions are those which are like evaluate and to what extent. And you can see you've got definitions of what they're requiring or asking for you to do there. Maybe pause this video and then try and take a look at some of the different command words and what they require from you. We'd also highly recommend that you recap and familiarise yourself with your map skills. Now, although there won't be many marks for them necessarily, they will be easy marks. So make sure you know how to describe places using compass directions, 4 and 6 figure grid references, and longitude and latitude, as well as being able to calculate the height of the land on maps, as well as distances using scale. With regards to what materials you should use to revise, you've got a wide range of sources of revision, ranging from your work booklets, the WJEC revision guides that many of you purchased from us last year. Also, hopefully you would have been encouraged to complete revision notes as you went through the different units for your unit tests. I'd also say take a look at some GCSE revision websites, the geography specific ones. BBC Bitesize is always a very good port of call. I've also put some other examples on there for you, but just be careful because sometimes they're targeted at different exam boards. Also, take a look at the WJEC websites, and in particular the past papers, because they may be useful as a way of getting a grasp of the types of questions that can be asked, and also, more importantly, a way of testing your knowledge. Now this, of course, brings me on to how to revise. Now, of course, there isn't one specific way to revise, and it's all personal preference, so do what works best for you. But looking at past papers is a good way for preparing for exams. Perhaps prior to this, however, you may wish to make revision notes or revision cards to condense down the content of the course and flick through them or stick them up somewhere so they're in view. You might also like to make flashcards and test yourself with questions or definitions. And you could do this with handwritten ones, or if you'd prefer to do it digitally, use websites such as Quizlet. Also, last week, Mr. Wise talked to you about brain dumps as part of mind mapping and everything you know before redrafting and adding more to it as you go, which can be another great way of putting together your notes. Another way, perhaps, which people find beneficial, is teaching others different topics, whether it be family members or friends, and trying to impart on them everything that you know. Sometimes even trying to simplify it as much as you can and trying to teach younger siblings is a good way at consolidating what it is that you know. Once you've consolidated and refined your notes and you're a little bit more confident, you may look to try some past papers, which are available on the WJEC website. Now, I've included a QR code link here as well. Try them out almost in exam conditions. You even have the benefit of looking at mark schemes to help assess how well you did at the end. Hopefully, this has cleared up a couple of things for you and also given you some tips, hints, ideas of how to revise for your upcoming geography exam. Of course, good luck. Not that you'll need it, but if you do have any issues or any problems or want to ask us anything, come and see myself, Mrs. Evans or Mrs. Dilks. Thank you guys.